Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So, you guys know me, but my name is Meghann, in case any of you guys can't remember. So, last semester, I was not on campus. I was in D.C., which you guys have all heard about before. So, while I was in D.C., something that I had known about before, but is extremely important if you want to work in that town or pretty much any major city, is networking. And does anybody know what networking is? Can you give me like a definition or like guess at a definition? There might be a prize for you. Julie.
Isn't it just like making connections with like different people and like that's how you build your network?
Yeah,
like,
that. Any other guesses? Any other feelings you have towards networking? Yeah.
Creating connections.
Yeah, connections is the big part of it. So, let me give you the actual definition. Networking is about meeting people you know who can vouch for your past performance and connect with people you don't know. So the biggest part of me that I didn't really think about before I started researching this was people who can vouch for your past performance. That's huge in the job market. You know, I thought too, it was all about making connections. The more people you know, the better, but you need to have that depth of knowledge too. You need to have somebody that you've worked with, that you know is a solid person that can say, yeah, Meghann, she knows her stuff. She can do things. You know, Daniel, he's great RA, good guy. So you need to have those people. So I want to start off with a little bit of a kind of different activity, but if you all pull out a sheet of paper, that piece doesn't matter, and then also a pen. I bet you didn't know there was going to be a list. I'm just kidding. Alright, so if you can, hot dog way, not hamburger, so just make sure it's the long way. If you could write in very big letters what you want to be when you grow up, basically. I like to call it what your dream big kid job is. So that job that you don't think is attainable but you really love, put that job down. So I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to that. Make sure it's big so everybody can see it.
White House press secretary.
Nope, write it big across the whole paper.
like this?
No, just have it this length. Like when you show it to everybody, make sure it's like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh.
You don't have to fold it.
Does that mean realistic?
It should be realistic, but if your dream is to be Madonna, you do you. But no, it should be realistic where you want your career to head to, ultimately, if the world was perfect. Alright, so I'll give you about 30 seconds to drop that down. I'm interested to see.
Oh, sorry,
Somebody's putting some options. They don't know yet. That's okay, I don't know yet either. I'm still changing it. I'm like, I'll know when I'm an adult. When will that be?
No.
Okay, is everybody ready? Does anybody need more time? Carol already? Alright, so if everybody can hold it up and put it in front of your face, almost. Alright, so look around. I'm just going to shout them out for the ones that are hard to read. Communications director, communications at a bank. What do we got here? Director of USA Wrestling. Interesting. Got.
I'm not a turtle. I'm a counselor.
Counselor, radio DJ, resort owner. That's a cool one. Event planner. What do we got? You don't know yet? That's okay. What do we got? Largest staffing firm in the world. That's a cool goal. Sports agent, dancer, owning a lot of businesses. I got Olivia Pope over here. White House press secretary. All right. Working for a professional sports team. Investigative journalist, college professor, online college professor. Okay. I don't think I got to all of you, but just make sure you looked around and you know a couple people, because that's going to become important later. So, now that we have the actual definition, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the steps to networking. These are some steps I've learned, and then also from a very good friend of mine, who I will introduce to you later. Not literally, but. Well, what is in this for you first? Let's get that. I want you guys to be able to identify good networking opportunities, identifying what networking opportunities you already possess. And I just want to let you guys know it took me 3 minutes to spell the word possess. It was really hard. I'm not a good speller. Networking effectively and efficiently, and have the tools to earn the job that you want. That's my goal. Is I want you guys to be comfortable enough to go up to people and basically get out of them what they want to be or what they are right now without it being so awkward. So the steps to that. So network backwards. You guys already know a bunch of people that can help you with your job, you just don't know it yet. Whether it's professors, people you have met. I've met a lot of people at my crummy retail job that I didn't think, like I met the communications director for United Way. And that was really cool because she was in a field that I'm interested in and it's United Way, so that's awesome. And you meet a lot of people in the community that you don't even think about can help you. But you gotta start thinking about those things because at least and I think pretty much all of us are nearing the end of our college career soon. And this is what they do in the big leagues to get a job. So you have to think, so my example is I have a friend that I met in DC, Shalom. Shalom is what many people describe as Nixie. Now what that means is Shalom would go to all of the networking events on Capitol Hill. He had like a trunk full of business cards that he would just hand out. Shalom knows everybody. And it is really hard as an intern to convert your internship into a job. Shalom had multiple offers because he knew everyone. And he actually met Bernie Sanders and he got offered to work on his campaign as a paid press intern because Bernie Sanders pays their interns. But he decided to stay at Capitol Hill and he's now with a senator from his state, Michigan. So he's very happy about that. And then you have to look at second degree connections. So what that is finding people that your friend knows. So maybe Daniel knows somebody who works on Capitol Hill and that can help me because that's where my goal is. So we're going to do a little bit of a second activity right now. I noticed that yours said investigative journalist and also professor, and so did yours. So there's a huge network opportunity in the room. Ms. Newman. She's a professor at 2 colleges. So she went through grad school. She knows a lot of people. So by just having a simple conversation with her, hey, is there anybody that you know that might be able to help me in this area? I guarantee you she knows someone or she knows someone who knows someone. And so what you want to do with that is ask the person you know to get you in contact with them, and then you kind of go from there. And the best way to get in contact with these people is normally emails or LinkedIn, a message through LinkedIn. That's the most professional way, unless you know them very well and you can get their number. But the best way and the most professional is an email, and it just says, hey, this is what I want to do. I heard you can help me. And you also want to kind of praise them in their field. Like, you've done so much amazing things. I want to be where you are. Can you help me? And people really appreciate that. So that was kind of our second activity, but I am going to bet that, and at the end I'll ask you guys to do this, if you could, one of the ones I listed out, or if you guys could all take a look at your papers and just be thinking, is there somebody that I know that could help Carla? Or is there somebody that I know that could help Mike? Or is there somebody that I know that could help Ricardo? White House is a little bit harder, but actually I have a secondary connection for you. So secondary connection is very important. It's kind of like that, who's heard of that, like 7 Degrees to Kevin Bacon? It's that you can take any person and connect them to Kevin Bacon in 7 degrees or less. It's kind of the same way. You can take anybody. You take Carla, and I'm like really focusing on you, but and there's somehow, some way, she knows a communications director or a police officer or President Obama. Somebody could have, it's the way it spirals out is kind of crazy, and it's never failed me yet. So, and one of the last things is don't be a pest, but keep your networking relationship warm and productive. So that's kind of, you want to offer to take them out to coffee, you want to work with their schedule, because you're asking these people for help. It doesn't look good if you're like, hey, can you interrupt your job and come meet me for coffee? No, say, I want to buy you a cup of coffee whenever it's convenient for you. They're going to appreciate that. And tell them you want to know their journey, not just, how can you help me? I want to learn from you. And people are very responsive to that. I have not had one person turn me down for a networking, well, who doesn't love free coffee? But most of the time they end up buying because I wasn't a paid intern. But, it was there that I wanted to do it. And then return the favor. Well, also, only network with only 3 to 4 people at a time and really focus on them, because you need a depth of a relationship, because people aren't just gonna, willy-nilly give you out their friends. Their friends don't appreciate that. So you really want to be someone that they can support, and they can be like, I know that you were gonna do very well. What Shalom did very well is he only focused on these 3 to 4 people, but he focused on 3 to 4 people that were in these specific fields that he wanted to get into. He wanted to work with a senator. He networked with people who worked for a senator, and he wanted to work in his state. So he networked with people who either came from his state or worked for people who were in his state. So you want to return the favor. You want to keep this wheel spinning. So once you get to where you want to go, you need to be receptive, and this is just kind of being a good person. Pay it forward. So that is my big, here's what you have to do. But these steps will help you advance your career, and also they will keep you kind of moving forward in where you want to go. And this whole presentation is I just want to help you all get to where you want to go, and I want us to help each other. It's kind of more like a connected thing. You don't realize how the people around you can change your life, but they really can, and you just kind of got to be open to it. But that is networking. Does anybody have any questions?
What's that guy doing now?
Oh, what's Shalom doing right now? Well, he was an intern with me, so he got multiple offers. I mean, he works for actually I think he just got promoted. He started as what's called the lowest level, which is a staff assistant, which is above intern, but pretty much an intern, but you're paid. But now he is a legislative correspondent, and he's going to work on his senator's reelection campaign. He's already been asked. So he's doing well. He actually just met, I said Bernie Sanders, and I was very jealous. I wanted to steal the picture from his Facebook, but I didn't know if that was legal, so I didn't. But yeah, he's Shalom. We used to yell Shalom in the home every time he came over. It was great. Yeah. Any other questions?
After you graduate, have you networked and maybe have a job or just kind of set up back in DC?
Yeah, I continue to. My goal is I was an intern at the Supreme Court. I loved it. My goal is to get back there. So Justice Scalia just died, and I was still in the email pool. So I got all these bunch of talking points. So I emailed my supervisor, and I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be on this anymore, but I feel so bad. And we've continued to email the last couple of weeks and talking about job opportunities that are going to come available. So that's where I'm hoping to head for. I also got offered an internship at Harry Reid's office, but he is retiring, but his staff, I know the intern coordinator pretty well, and she's looking for other employment and is giving me kind of heads up on where good entry-level spots would be for me. So yeah, it's important keeping those good connections up, but don't overwhelm yourself. Don't feel like you have to, don't blow Shalom. Shalom was great at it, but Shalom also, that he was done with college, this was his, if you have classes going on, you have work and everything, Shalom, full-time job, was finding a full-time job. So you be Shalom when that's your job, but for right now, you want to start that initial connection. You want to, if you saw, and I really encourage this, and I hope you guys feel the same way once I'm done speaking, but if you know, this is something I read out, or if you're looking at each other's papers, if you can help each other, if you can say, hey, I have this friend who knows USA Wrestling or something, or you know someone who knows someone, try to put them in contact, because that's the type of favor that it turns around and it really helps you. Because if Carla gets successful, or Val gets successful, she's going to remember that you helped her. So when you're like, hey, I'm looking for a new opportunity, I saw that, you know these people, she's going to be like, oh my God, of course, I can vouch for you that you're a great person. You helped me get where I want to go. I want to help you get where you want to go. So it really just, us helping each other, it doesn't have to be competitive and mean, no, I'm going to get a job, you're not going to. Because generally we all have kind of differing career goals. And so we tend to think there's a lot of competition with each other, but not really when you really get talking. Anything else?
Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm trying to go back to DC.
Do what?
Well, I think I want to go to law school long term, but I can't really commit to that right now. I'm having a little bit of a commitment issue with that. So I want to work as it's called Marshall's aide in the Supreme Court, and you're just kind of in each chambers. I'm really trying to get into the RBG, which terrifies me. So I think I might settle for Kennedy, but we'll see. It's much more scary. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Okay.